So I sped through that video very quickly because I wanted to get to this stage and show you what I do with some of my paintings. Not always, but I just did this really quickly with some leftover paints. I had an old canvas lying around. It was a little bit, I didn't spend the time tightening it, which I should have done. So the paint kind of pooled in the middle, you can see at the bottom there. But I know that this needs more work, and I guess this is where I'm getting into mixed media, where I still want to use my acrylic painting background. I don't want to forget it's all. I want to combine the two. So everybody has to find their own way, and this is me. This is me finding my way. So I'm going to work on that middle section there to pull out some contrast. Now, you saw me doing bloom smashes, and I was wasting my time really because I was using a lot of white and orange. Now, white is a heavy density paint which will sink to the bottom. It's just a no-brainer, I know that, but still I keep going. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse probably of what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to show you what colours I'm going to use and how I'm going to mix them up to thicken them, to really work on this so I'm building layers. So I'll show you in a sec. So I've got some colours here. I've got burnt umber, this is orange red, Arteza, and gold, this one here. And this colour here is just gold and burnt umber mixed together. What I've got is some Liquitex thickening gel, and this is lethal stuff. You don't need a lot, a little goes a long way. So what I want to do, I've got some red in there, is add some texture to the painting. You might say, oh, why are you doing that? You won't be able to varnish it. I will be able to varnish it. I'll spray varnish it. So, and I don't always varnish my paintings anyway. You don't always need to. So I'm going to start off by just adding, oh, see that? Little bits of this stuff to this paint. And you'll see that it thickens it up. And you can add this to your paints, to use a palette knife to scrape your paint or a brush onto your painting. So a little bit to the gold. A little bit to the orange. Probably a little bit too much there actually. Of course you can go as thick as you want to. Depends what kind of effect you're going for really. Do I want any to the burnt umber? Yeah, a little bit to the burnt umber. Okay, there we go. So I'm either going to use this palette knife to add the paint, or I'm going to swap to a brush. Let me just show you the brush that I use. Right, so this is quite a hoarse brush. It's got a round edge, and so is this one. So this one is quite coarse texture, so you use it for blending in, blending acrylics, blending your paint, scrubbing in areas because it's quite coarse, and then you go from there and you build up from there. This one's more of a finer brush. It's called a filbert, so it's got a round tip so you can get some quite nice effects, again used for blending. So I'm going to use a combination and we'll see how we go.